Bluetooth, gotta love it, right? I mean, who wants to deal with tangled headphone wires or constantly having to enter passwords? It's just so darn convenient. Connecting our headphones, smartwatches, even our cars these days. But here's the thing about convenience. Sometimes it comes at a cost. And in the case of Bluetooth, that cost could be your privacy and security. Yeah, you heard me right. Hackers can actually exploit Bluetooth to get their grubby little hands on your precious data. We're talking photos, contacts, messages, even eavesdropping on your private conversations. Scary stuff, right? But don't worry, that's why we're here. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the world of Bluetooth hacking. We'll expose the sneaky tactics hackers use, the different ways they can attack, and most importantly, arm you with the knowledge to protect yourself so you don't become another victim. Let's get this show on the road. All right, before we get all paranoid about Bluetooth, let's take a step back and understand what we're dealing with. At its core, Bluetooth is just a way for devices to talk to each other wirelessly over short distances. Think of it like walkie-talkies, but for your gadgets. It's used in billions, and I mean billions, of devices worldwide. Now, Bluetooth itself isn't inherently bad or insecure. The problem is, like any technology, it has its weaknesses, and you know what? Hackers, those digital ninjas, they're really good at finding and exploiting those weaknesses. They're like that friend who always knows how to break the rules and get away with it. So how do they actually get in? Well, there are a few ways these digital ninjas can ruin your day. First up, we've got data theft. Remember all those precious photos, contacts and messages I mentioned earlier? Yeah, hackers can swipe those right off your device if you're not careful. And speaking of creepy, they can also use Bluetooth to spy on your conversations. I'm not talking about just listening to your phone calls. I'm talking about intercepting the audio from your wireless headphones or even your Bluetooth-enabled speakers. Big Brother's got nothing on these guys. And if that wasn't enough to make you want to ditch your smartphone and live in a Faraday cage, they can even track your location. Yep, using Bluetooth beacons and your phone's signal, hackers can pinpoint your whereabouts with scary accuracy. It's like having a digital stalker, and nobody wants that. But wait, there's more. The scariest part is that hackers can use Bluetooth to gain complete remote access to your device. We're talking full control, like they're sitting right there with you. They can install malware, steal your passwords, even use your camera and microphone without you knowing. It's like something out of a Black Mirror episode, and it's not cool. All right, now that you're sufficiently creeped out, let's break down some of the most common Bluetooth hacking techniques these digital ninjas use. Forewarned is forearmed. Right, first up, we've got a classic bluesnarfing. This one's been around for a while, and it's all about stealing your information. Think contacts, messages, calendar entries, that kind of stuff. It's like a digital pickpocket swiping your data through the airwaves. Next, we've got blue bugging, which is basically Bluetooth eavesdropping on steroids. This technique lets hackers not only listen in on your conversations, but also potentially take control of your phone's functions. We're talking making calls, sending messages, even messing with your apps, all without you knowing. Then there's bluejacking, which, while not as invasive as the other two, is still pretty annoying. It's like the Bluetooth equivalent of spam, where hackers send unsolicited messages or contact information to your device. It's mostly harmless, but it can be a sign that your Bluetooth security is weaker than a wet paper bag. But hold on, we're not done yet. Hackers are always coming up with new and creative ways to ruin our day, and Bluetooth malware and worms are becoming increasingly common. These nasty little programs can spread from device to device like a digital virus, exploiting Bluetooth vulnerabilities to infect as many devices as possible. Once they're in, they can steal your data, spy on you, or even turn your device into a botnet zombie. Not cool, man, not cool. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This Bluetooth thing sounds like a nightmare. Should I just ditch my smartphone and become a hermit? Hold your horses, friend. While the threats are real, there are plenty of things you can do to protect yourself and keep those pesky hackers at bay. First and foremost, the golden rule of Bluetooth security: turn it off when you're not using it. I know, it's a bit of a pain, but trust me, it's the single most effective way to reduce your risk. Think of it like locking your front door when you leave the house. Now, I get it. Constantly toggling Bluetooth on and off can be a hassle. That's where non-discoverable mode comes in. Most devices have this feature, and it basically makes your device invisible to other Bluetooth devices that are trying to connect. It's like putting on an invisibility cloak for your phone. Next up, let's talk about passwords. We all know how important strong, unique passwords are, and Bluetooth is no exception. Make sure your Bluetooth devices are using strong passwords and that you're not just leaving them at the default settings. And speaking of passwords, two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is your best friend when it comes to online security. If your Bluetooth devices offer 2FA, enable it. It adds an extra layer of security, making it much harder for hackers to get into your accounts, even if they do manage to snag your password. Now let's talk about pairing requests. Be cautious about accepting pairing requests from unknown devices. It's like letting a stranger into your house. You never know what they might do once they're inside. If you don't recognize the device, just say no. Another great way to boost your Bluetooth security is by using a VPN, or virtual private network. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic, making it much harder for hackers to intercept your data, even if they manage to connect to your device via Bluetooth. Last but not least, make it a habit to regularly check the list of devices connected to your phone or laptop via Bluetooth. If you see anything suspicious or don't recognize a device, disconnect it immediately and change your Bluetooth password just to be safe. So, there you have it, folks. Bluetooth is an awesome technology, but just like any tool, it can be dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands. But don't worry, by following these simple tips and staying aware of the risks, you can enjoy the convenience of Bluetooth without sacrificing your privacy and security. Remember, stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe out there in the digital Wild West. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.